Your crossbar installation needs to be between 15 to 25 inches from the bottom of the truck bed. The bottom of your truck bed is considered whatever point that your rack is resting on. So if your rack is resting on the ribs of your truck bed, then that would be where you'll want to measure from. Measure up to the center of your crossbar, and it should be no lower than 15 inches. It can be as high as 20 inches to 25 inches. Be sure when you're walking around with the crossbar that you put the pin in place, because this bar slides out very easily, could pinch your hand or go flying out, either hit your car or get damaged. So put your pin in place, keep it secure. The end cap for your crossbar needs to be installed all the way. Line up the groove in the crossbar with the groove in the plug that goes into the crossbar from the end cap, and it'll slide nice and smooth all the way in. Insert the non-adjustable end of the crossbar first. Next, you'll need to remove the pin. Extend the bar into the mounting hole on the bed of the truck. It is important that the end cap is threaded all the way in at this point. Reinstall the pin with the crossbar extended as far as possible. Secure the pin in place. Rotate the end cap out tightly to secure the bar firmly between the walls of the bed of your truck. Be sure to position the holes at the bottom of the tube facing downward. When you remove the crossbar, you want to first loosen up the end cap. Make sure that you loosen it up all the way. Every time you uninstall the crossbar, you want to turn this in until it stops. This way you don't forget when you go to reinstall it later. Every time you reinstall it, it needs to be turned in all the way first, and then you make sure that you get to the right positioning hole. If you don't loosen it in all the way, you won't go to the right positioning hole. Take out the pin and take it out. Installing the rack onto the crossbar is very quick and simple. Just put your plastic bushings with the lip or flange facing towards the outside, one on the left side and one on the right side of each rack that you're installing. Slide your rack over the top of the bushings. Line everything up, and then put your quick clamps, your quick release clamps go right into each side. Fasten the other side of your quick release clamp with the appropriate nut and press it down, and you're all set and ready to go. Okay, installing a bike. First time you put a bike into the rack, you just need to get it set up to fit that tire size. Once you have it set up, it'll take that bike with, just check it every once in a while, make sure nothing has loosened up, but it should fit every time with that same tire. As long as you keep pressure in it, in the tire, it should fit the same each time. So you have a major adjustment right here, which is your lower slider. And you heard it click in. You want to click that into the position that you choose that best fits your wheel size. This particular wheel size is a 29-inch wheel, so probably want to put it in second to the last position. You might also choose the last position, just depends on the size of the tire that you have. So once you select that position, go ahead and put the wheel into the rack. You want the front of the tire to be as close as you can. You'd like to have your front tire within a ½ inch to just about touching the front head unit here. You don't want it pressing tight up against the head unit because the tire needs to settle into the lower wheel chock. It needs to be pressing against the lower wheel, and then also the upper arm will come down and press against the tire. To get good firm pressure, you want to adjust this adjustment knob right here. So that adjustment knob is going to give you the ability to have good firm pressure on the tire. If you put your wheel in and it's too tight, you can loosen the knob, and that'll give it a little bit less pressure so that you can clamp the arm down. If there's not enough pressure, obviously turn the opposite way to tighten it down, and then it gets some good firm pressure. Ideally, you want this arm to be about in line with the lower arms down here, or the slide rails. When that's all parallel and you're starting to feel a little tension, that's about the right spot. And then you can snap it in. But you'll have to do a little experimenting. It depends on your bike, your tire size, and you kind of get a feel for the pressure. Be careful that you don't get too much pressure. You don't want to damage your rim by over clamping. Let's say you have more of a road bike style with a smaller tire. You don't want to over press that and damage your rim. So just pay attention to it. It's common sense, basically. You may also choose to put your bike in backwards, and the same procedure. Just put it in, get it all set up with the right proper tension, clamp it in, and you're good to go. To install a lock onto your crossbar, loosen the crossbar, pull out the safety pin, replace the safety pin with the lock, secure the lock, and then reinstall the safety pin at the closest hole to the end cap. You're all set. The locks for your rack have a flat side and a rounded side. The flat side installs onto the locking pin. To lock your rack, you want to put the locking pin through the center hole in the rack unit, and the flat side of the lock goes all the way on the bottom. Newer rack systems are going to come with this updated security strap, which helps secure your rear tire and the rack. Install the strap into the cam buckle. Thread it by going through the bottom of the cam buckle and out towards the front of the cam buckle. The strap goes through the center and then pull through. The opposite end of the strap needs to go through your tailgate and behind your bumper. Open your tailgate and drop it through. Moving under the truck, look for a nice piece of sturdy frame to put your hook onto. You'll want to clean that piece of frame so that you can put a piece of tape. This will just hold the hook so it doesn't fall off while you're trying to tighten it down from above. Make sure there's no twists in your strap and that it's coming around and up and over the bumper and not rubbing on any sharp metal objects. Now you can go to the top of the truck and situate the strap so that everything lays nicely. I tend to like to put it through the belt loop, and then one more time pull it through near the back of the truck underneath the tire loop. When tightening the strap, you don't want it too tight where it's floating in the air. You want to let it down just so it touches the truck bed, and that's about perfect. The strap system also comes with a tire strap. This strap runs near the back of the truck and is intended to hold down the tire that is back facing. Notice the teeth. These are facing upwards when it's laying across the truck bed. Also, you'll notice an open half moon shape, also facing upward. There's a ladder designed to this buckle. Notice the center hole between the two ladders. You want to put the strap through the center hole, loop it around the top ladder, and then through the top hole, and then pull it tight. Test the strap. If it's not holding firm, it may be upside down or incorrectly laced. Best way to loosen the strap is to put your thumb on the half moon shape on the top of the buckle. You'll want to apply pressure with your thumb while holding the strap on the other side. Pull it back with resistance and pull it down a few times. It'll come right out. All of the straps provided with the rack are oversized, and because they're so long, you'll probably want to trim them to fit your truck bed. To do this, use a very sharp pair of scissors. Cut through the strap and then seal the end. Use a thin superglue and saturate the edge of the freshly cut strap. Allow the glue to dry completely before assembling the strap system. With the strap system properly installed, there will be a little bit of movement with the rear tire, and that's okay and normal. The system is designed to offer increased security for your bicycle and your rack system. Additional straps are available on our website.